Hello, folks. How are we doing? Are we all excited to play some Wikipedia races? How is your Thursday going? Are you excited about the 2024 hackathon season? Let me know in the comments if you joined Swift's keynote yesterday. If you haven't, I highly recommend you go back on Twitch and watch it, or find it on the YouTube once it's uploaded there. I've listened to those sort of Swift's keynote so many times and always love it. It's so inspiring, sort of what he's done to create MLH and all that, and like all of the top 50 stories and things like that, and definitely give the top 50 a look as well. But let me know how you're doing. And obviously, the most important thing: what do you think of Hansen, the hardware hippo? I'm very excited about Hansen, the hardware hippo. I think he looks very cute. And that might become a theme for our first Wikipedia race today. But back to today's session. Make sure that you are getting checked in, ready to go. Register and check in so we know that you're enjoying these events. I'm not sure what the yes was in thing too, but I'm happy we're here for the hype. I'm good, thank you very much. Feeling good today, been at the gym, got my glass of water and my cup of tea, so I'm ready to go and ready to stream. So yeah, I've shared the link in the chat. It's also in the message in the Global Hack Week announcements channel on Discord. But make sure you log in and register. Remember, if you do that 5 times over the course of the week, so check in to 5 events. So you need to register and then check in when they are live. You will get extra swag, and of course now that may include Harold Hansen, the hardware hippo swag. That's a lot to say. That's a lot of consonants. We're going to be playing some Wikipedia speed runs today. So I've created us a little room. So I will pop that link in the chat as well. In fact, I'll pop it on the screen as well. So you don't have to get logged in, I don't think, but I think you do if you want to join the room. I'll do scroll along the bottom of the page because otherwise it's going to be. In fact, we'll edit it so that we haven't got all the extra stuff. Okie dokie. There we go. So I popped it in the chat. I've also got it scrolling along the bottom of the screen. But we're just going to chill. The last time I ran Wikipedia speedruns was the first time I'd ever done them. So I'm going to sort of like casually go through them on the... What can I do? Ooh, currently host, that's me. I'm going to go through them sort of on stream. We can put ideas in the chat. I'll sort of talk through what I'm thinking about as I do this. By all means, race ahead, see if you can get them. Just because people have different internet connections, and I'm obviously doing them on stream and chatting through it. I like to compare by the number of clicks it takes to get there, so how many articles you go through. And if this is making no sense, it will when you start watching me go through, rather than time. So I'm going to play. Now, I thought, normally we do random ones, but I thought we'd go from Hansen to Hippo in honor of Hansen, the hardware hippopotamus. If we could have done like a middle bond, I would have. So, something that people often think of are these sort of like hub pages. So pages that will have a lot of links to a lot of other things. So obviously if I can get to something about animals, maybe something about zoos or about Africa, I'm thinking those might be a good way to get to hippo. So either if we can find out that they're from America, or if we can find out something sort of animals. I think going through the fact that they're from Texas or whatever that link to Texas was might be a good way. Oh, look! School quiet in Soweto, South Africa. That might be a quicker way to get to Africa, actually. Let's have another sort of scroll down. But yeah, if you're thinking of anything that might be useful, pop it in the chat. If you complete this, let me know how many links it took you. I think we're going to go with the South Africa line and see if we can just generally get to Africa. And then try and get to animals. Yeah, and if you do complete it, let me know the sort of route you took to get there. But you can join the group in the link that is scrolling along the bottom of your screen. It's also in the chat. Right, is there just a general Africa, or have I got to go to South Africa first? Let's have a look. And yeah, there's sort of a rule that you don't use like Command F and things like this, because that would make it too easy. The Kaiser Chiefs. I think we're going to have to go to South Africa first, folks. Not seeing anything that's jumping out to me. Okay. We'll go with South Africa. Do they happen to have animals listed? I don't know if there are hippos in South Africa. No, so I'm hoping that I can then get just to Africa in general. Yes, I can. Okay, so now I want you to sort of zoom in on animals. So I would hope that the article about it has... It's fauna animals, isn't it? It's like flora and fauna. They do have hippos. I hope I haven't gone down a completely wrong path of assuming that Africa has hippos. I don't know where else they would be. Right, so if I get to the fauna of Africa, I think it'll be on here, won't it? So, mammals. Oh, please don't make me need to know a scientific name. Right. So many links. I've been listening to the Encanto album recently. Could we not have put these in alphabetical order? Just, I mean, these ones were, but then hyenas. Oh, I suppose. Ignore me. Hippotragus? Oh, it's not a hippo. It's not a hippo. Am I mad for thinking that they were... Are they not mammals? Or am I just, like, not able to see this with my skimming? Are hippos mammals? Does anybody know in the chat? You're very quiet today, folks. It has to be a mammal. It has to be a mammal because it, like, breathes. All right, there's more than... All right, I just want to double check. Oh, look, there was hedgehogs. That it's not listed. These are in alphabetical order, so the H's, the H's. Oh, there! Hippopotamuses. Is hippopotamus... This is going to do it, or have I had to... Yay! Okay, I'm pretty happy. 5 links visited, 6 in total, including the start. I'm happy with that. So, has anyone else completed it? No. Shortest path? I mean, but it means so far I am winning. So, you know, I'll take it. So, yeah, you can join the lobby. That's the link that's at the bottom of the screen. Oh, yay, a load of you have joined. Fabulous. So, yeah, once you've gone through, but yeah, we'll do it off numbers of clicks. I think that's just more interesting. It puts more thought into it rather than sort of how quickly can you just run through. If you've got anything that you want to suggest as articles, let me know. I tend to just sort of have a look through until I see something that interests me. If you can think of any particular what's it called? like hackathon themed ones. We'll start with CPU. That's a cool one. Yeah, let's see if we can get from a CPU to an 1890 United States Census. I have no idea how easy or difficult this will be, but I think it'll be a laugh. Let's just check. Wait, someone's completed it in 5 links. So you managed to you got from Hanson to poverty in Africa to fauna to hippo. Well done. Awesome. So yeah, we've got the next one. This might be really difficult, but central processing unit to the 1890 United. How do I play? United States Census. So obviously we want to get to sort of the US first, or to censusing. So I'm thinking either sort of a company name for making the CPU, or possibly something from the history. So von Neumann's Hungarian American, so we could probably get to America through von Neumann. He's German, so that won't be as useful. One of his, I know like nothing about the United States Census. So I think going sort of the America route might be the way to go. If you've got any other ideas though, pop them in the chat. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a better idea than trying to go for an American route. So, where did von Neumann go? John von Neumann. Now it's telling me he's American. No. Oh, I wanted a link to America. Ooh, but we've got like official governmenty things. I wonder if there's a United States like census office. Because there might be, mightn't there, folks? Right. Was he always in the States, or did he move here? Because there might be something. I think going down, there must be like a census office or something that runs it. So if I can just generally get to like United States government departments, I'm thinking. So we just want to sort of zoom out a bit to getting to general US agencies. Wondering if going to the Congress might be the best way to do that. I think so. So if we can either find something about 1890, we jump down to here. Nope. So I think this is going to be a difficult one, folks. How would you go back? I don't think you can go back. Like, I don't think that's sort of how you got to just keep moving forwards. So you might be able to loop round, but the idea is that you've got to keep on going. Otherwise, you could try loads and just keep going back. Right. I think we might be able to find something. I'm just seeing. I mean, public interaction. I feel like doing a census is a public interaction, isn't it? So let's see if we can just find anything. Is a kind of a public opinion poll? But I think that might be the wrong sort of way. When is the mascot revealed? The mascot was revealed yesterday. The mascot is Hansen, the hardware hippo. It was revealed after Swift's keynote yesterday. So if you go back on the Twitch VODs, you'll be able to find it. I think it was just called like MLH keynote. Let me check. Schedule. Keynote with MLH CEO and co-founder Swift. So yeah, if you go, right, please don't have problems. Right, we don't need to watch myself streaming because that will be all sorts of confusing. But yeah, if you go back and find it. Why is this not showing properly? I'm not sure why, but you can find it basically if you go back on Twitch. Felix, he is here. He's there on the sofa. Little Felix. But back to the United States Census. What is census-y? I feel like I could be so close. Felix has just sighed. I feel like I'm close. Like I feel like I could if I just find the right place. That I could get there quickly. What are franking privileges? US Congress and citizens, but that's assuming that Congress does the censusing, which it might not. Don't know why I picked something that would be about economic data, about the legislation and tracking of a country that I do not know a lot about that stuff for. Anyone know if Congress does the citizens? Because like, our central government does our census. But we're a very tiny country compared to America. Right, let's go back up. Congressional US Census! How did I not spot this? Why did nobody tell me this? US Census, right on the first bit of this. Okay, US Census. Now we just need to find the 1890. And surely there must be a link to all the censuses. Right, we don't care about the 2021 because that's got nothing to do. History, 1890. Oh. Mechanized in 1890 with tabulating machines. But right, have we got a link? Yes. There we are, folks. Is that to the 18? Yes. I am amazed. I genuinely, part of me thought that this wasn't going to be possible. Or like it was going to take me forever. Oh, I'm so happy. Okie dokie. So, what have we got? Went through quite a few links on sort of processors, but then yeah. How did you get straight from United States to 1890? Oh, did I ever have just the United States? No, I didn't. And how people doing on that first prompt as well? The Hansen to hippopotamus. Not many people have done that yet. So head on over. The link scrolling along the bottom of the screen. I can pop it in the chat again for you. But yeah, join the lobby and you can have a go. And we're focusing on sort of smallest amount of links rather than times because, you know, if English isn't your first language or your internet connections being a bit dodgy, I feel like just straight up time is a bit unfair. And I feel like it's more, you put more thought into it if it's shortest number of links. Makes you think more. Okay, so let's randomly generate some other things. Unless you can think of something. If you want to suggest things in the chat, because we can also just like search for like what am I trying to say? Wikipedia articles. So if you have something either hackathon themed, season launch themed, because we've done Hanson the Hippo, we've done some hardware in the form of central processing unit. We could do hardware to Hippo. But then see, we've already done 2 Hippo. So let's start with hippopotamus. To hardware, folks. Should we try that one? Oh, hardware is... Oh, because I didn't select a page. Oh, hardware isn't just its own page. Is it? No. Hardware. What if we say computing hardware is 1. There we go. We'll do hippopotamus, 2 computing hardware. We'll just see if anyone else has completed anything. So far, just still me and Varsha for Hanson to Hippo, and just me and Wolfie for CPU to United States 1890 census. But let's go with Hippo to computer hardware. Okay, how are we going to get from Hippo to something vaguely related to computer hardware? So what would be related to computer hardware? Names of computing things, companies that make computer hardware, the countries that those companies are in. So I'm thinking either looking at America for sort of the brands or China for the production. So either way, I think I need to get out to some countries. And if ideally I could just find a link to Africa. Or even like the Southern Hemisphere. That would be good. Latin, Greek, plural. Lots of specific countries in Africa. I'm just wanting more general. If there's anything sort of sciencey, I'm thinking because DNA, we could get into like DNA sequencing and get to computers possibly. So we'll park that as an idea going through DNA. I don't think this is going to do anything with it. Okay, so we've got some American things here. We've got Indiana. Evansville, Indiana. I don't know that Evansville is particularly interesting for when it comes to CPUs. Distribution and status. So International Union, that's probably got a load of countries in it. We could possibly get to countries from there. See, why doesn't Africa have a link? Behavior, I'm not sure behavior is going to be that useful. Hippos and humans. In zoos, I think the DNA route might be the way to go. Popular internet myth. Possibly. I think I'm going to go with this sort of DNA route. If people have any ideas while we're playing, let me know. Or if you get a good score, pop it in the chat as well. Because you're very quiet today, folks. It's hard to chat and think about these things at the same time. So I'm wanting to get to sort of like sequencing, CRISPR, all of that kind of Hello, hello. How are you? You're all busy playing. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Usage in technology. Okay. So I'm thinking, we're looking at trying to get to computer hardware. So trying to get to anything computery. Bioinformatics, computer science. Okay, you've just joined. Good timing. We are going through some Wikipedia speed runs. Make sure if you have just joined, I'll share the link again to get registered and checked in for the event. And then let me just grab the lobby link again for the speed run. Where is it? Where's my? There it is. Season launch. Copy invite. Oh no, what am I doing? Oh, you've got it there. Well, but I've got the link there with the password as well for you. So we've got a couple. We've gone for Harold the Hardware Hippo theme things. So the first one was Harold. Why do I keep calling him Harold? Is there like a famous Harold the Hippo that like my brain is picking up on? Like, is that a thing? A particular toy? A Betty Boop thing? Hansen the Hardware Hippo is who we've got. So we did Hansen Hardware. I wonder if we can already find things on it. Is there like a blog post about it? No. Let's have a look on MLH. That would make sense. I wonder if it's on the Global Hack Week page, actually. Global Hack Week. Not quite yet. But we do have Hansen, the Hardware Hippo. So the first Wikipedia speed run we did was Hansen, the band, to Hippo. Then we did the CPU to the 1890 United States Census, which I got surprisingly quickly. Like, it surprised me. And we are now doing Hippo to computer hardware. So does it tell me the links I've taken so far? No, it doesn't. But I think, so yeah, I'm thinking so we're currently on DNA, because I was thinking this DNA sequencing and all that. So we have computer science. I feel like it should be a good starting point to computer hardware. I think I'm going to go with that. Computer science. So back to the top. Is hardware going to take me to it? Is that going to be the same? Let's just double check there's not a link to just straight up computer hardware. Cryptography, graphics, programming, other things. Computer systems. Computer hardware. You can start whenever you like. Absolutely, go for it. There's 3 already up there. No way that I got that. Well, 3. I don't like that it says 3 when I feel like it should say 4. I am amazed I could get from Hippo to computer hardware that quickly. But yeah, we have several. There we go. Wolfie managed it. We went Hippo to Egyptian mythology, to someone I've never heard of, to Brown Uni, IBM, computer hardware. Nice. Nice work, folks. And if we go back to the lobby, let's see who we got. So Hansen to Hippo, still just Varsha. Come on, folks, give Hansen to Hippo a go. We've got CPU still. Okay, so this was oh no, that's still true. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions of things you want to use as the articles, absolutely you can go for it. How's about, because Gaming Skull is contributing to the chat, how about we try and get from gaming? Is there an article just on gaming? Or is it going to complain at me? To skulls. There we go. Because Gaming Skull is taking part in the chat. We are going to do gaming to skull. Okay. You can help me in the chat if you want, folks, or you can play it yourself. I try to go slow so that I'm not influencing you too much. You can get a start. Oh, gaming is a very short. This is very short. After playing games, gambling, role-playing games, tabletop games, video games. So I'm thinking we could do role-playing games and try to find some RPGs that have skulls. Or is that possible? I think they all have to be possible. I'm hoping they're possible. If it's not, we'll be here until 11 o'clock. And we need to leave on time today so that we do not interrupt the stream like we did yesterday. But yeah, I'm thinking either going through RPGs and trying to just get links to games that might have skulls in them, or tabletop games, getting to maybe something like Dungeons and Dragons and finding skulls that way. But either way, I know that we could get from tabletop to like TTRPGs and then get back to RPGs if we wanted. So I think we'll go tabletop game. And tabletop role-playing games. So do we think dungeons? Okay, I didn't expect that to work that well. Let's just check skull just doesn't appear. Is a skull, does anyone know if a skull is a poker term or if it's a, like maybe it's a piece on a game, you know how like Monopoly has like the hat and the car. Okay, these are also very miniature ball games, maybe. But yeah, it's like, is skull a term in any card games people know? I think going through miniature figures would be difficult. I'm thinking, how could we get to maybe to skeleton? We can get to something like Halloweeny or sort of like horror themed. I think we will go to Dungeons and Dragons because that was my first thought. You found something by mistake. Hold on. I found it by mistake. So this is what Space War is. Earliest known video game competition took place on. Shout out to all the pirates. You're gonna have to explain more what you mean by that. Does that mean you found it as in you completed the run already? Because that was very quick. So I'm thinking if we can get to something sort of skeleton-y or Halloween-y, Satanism might lead to maybe Halloween-y things, possibly, or like skull things, maybe, or anything obviously about sort of death. If we got to see, I thought I might have a link to something about death, but no. I don't know enough about D&D to know if these sorts of things would help us. Should have had my brother helping. Has anyone found, this is not the same, but it kind of is. Does anyone know, because Magic the Gathering did like a collaboration with Lord of the Rings? I think quite recently. And put out like a lot of themed cards. And there is like a very specific like One Ring card. Like there are other One Ring cards that are like general release or whatever, but there's a specific one that is like the only of its kind, like it's hollow or it's full art or something like that. I was wondering if there's anything in that. Ooh, is there anything in the story of Eden about skulls? I don't think there is. I'm not confident enough with my knowledge of the Book of Genesis to know if going through that would have found us something on a skull. Let's have a look. I can't even remember what it was that I was thinking, but I know that I was thinking something further up, so we can go back to that. I don't know why I really thought that this might like list monsters or something that might have a skull. Nope, 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 nope. Mazes and monsters. No, I just want more like regular monster stuff. I feel like monsters might have been further up. Right, let's go back to the top. I don't want basics Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, Satanism was what I thought, wasn't it? I feel like that might. That's a strange sentence to say. Monsters or Satanism to get us closer to Skull. Because monsters, there could be like a skeleton monster, but I can't think of like a famous skeleton monster. Trying to get through like to like Jack Skeleton possibly would have been a one. I'm gonna go with Satanism and see if you can find something skull related. Oh, this is a lot more intense than I thought it would be. I just wanted like, you know, we use a skull. Oh, people are saying go for adventure. I did not go for adventure, unfortunately. Is there any biblical stories about a skull? I can't think of any. Or if I could get to oh, what is the what's the Shakespeare play where they hold a skull? Oh my gosh, why is my brain blanking completely on this? Is it Hamlet? Hippo. Right. I'm not sure that this is helping, folks. I just wanted like a skeleton. That's all I wanted. Lord Byron. Would Lord Byron link us to Shakespeare? Or not, do we think? Moral panic, why does that have its own Wikipedia page? That feels unnecessary. Are any of the deadly sins to do with skulls? I don't think they are. You should go for biological terms. That's a good idea. Flesh could lead me to a biological term. Oh, but that's doing a biblical flesh. We don't want that. Yeah, go for biology more than Shakespeare. I think that's a good shout. Antinomen. Are you saying that would work to anatomical terms or to skulls? Now, I saw Jehovah. If we can get to Jehovah's Witnesses and then get to their opinions on medical treatments and blood transfusions, we might be able to get to a body. Oh, see, that's the wrong type of cell. I don't want a cell of a collection of people. I want cell as in a bodily cell. Oh, flesh. But it was referring to sort of a sort of more religious use of the word flesh rather than anatomical. There are a lot of links here. They're just also, unfortunately, very linked to Satanism, which I guess is how this sort of works. But right, I think we're going to go for flesh. So where did we find that? Offering, has anyone? Oh, othering. I thought that was going to be offering. Where did flesh go? Cannibalism? Could that lead us to the skull? No, we'll go with flesh, because I think even if it's not the type of flesh that we want, it can do like other uses for this word. This has turned into a very strange set of words for me to use. Shout if you see it. Right, I feel like it was at this point we were finding it. Department of Health. Could possibly get to the body from that. I feel like it was pretty central on the page. There. Okay. See, because we've gotten to flesh, but we need to just get right. Is there any other word that might be better? Or do we just go for fleshy? Right, we'll go that. So, right, but now we don't want tissue, we want bones, because we want skeletons. Brain tissue? Do we go with brain tissue? Oh, bone. I think we go to bone then, surely. Right. Are we going to find skull on this page, or do we need to go to skeleton? I feel like surely it must be on this page. What made out of bones? Your skull is. Because yeah, I'm wanting to do it with fewest clicks. Micrometers? Yeah. Well, it's not a long bone. It's not really a short bone, it's a round. There! Skull! Woohoo! We found it! That is not the route I thought that was going to take. So let's see the leaderboard. Gaming Skull. Oh, of course, Gaming Skull currently has the shortest path. As if you got a link from Pennsylvania to Skull. Did you know that was going to be a thing, or were you just hopeful? That's amazing. Something about Albert II and rheumatoid arthritis. Amazing. You were just wondering. Love it. Oh, so you managed to get from Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, you did go down the monsters route. So where I went down the Satanism route, you went down the monsters route. Undead, skeleton, undead. See, but I didn't know if skeletons, like undead skeletons, were a thing in D&D. So well done. Sorry, you also got the shortest length and you got the quickest time. Well done, Gaming Skull. What have we got? We've still got about 15 minutes left. College grass. You know, I'm just going to go off people's usernames. Right, how do we choose college? Is it just going to let me have college, and is it just going to let me have grass? Yes, college grass, you've been active in the chat as well. So we'll have your... Wait, what? Why is it said this instead of grass? Is that just a scientific name for grass? Poaceae is just grass. Okay. So, I'm going to get from college to grass for college grass. So, I'm thinking if we can find anything about just sort of like the grounds of a college, then we might be able to get... Or if there's a college, if we could get to college to sort of like horticulture or, you know, any sort of like study of nature. Do you think we could get from Ivy League to Ivy to grass? That's one thought. We'll park that. Ivy League to Ivy to grass. That feels promising to me. Lots of colleges. I feel tempted to do the Ivy League Ivy Grass route to see if we can find that. You're welcome, College Grass. Thank you for being an active part of the stream. I don't think we're going to find a list of subjects. Possibly through faculties. But again, I'm not entirely sure what like the study of grass would come under. So I think that we're gonna go with what I've been saying, which is Ivy League to some sort of just like flora and then to grass. So Ivy League, please have a link to Ivy. I mean, it's literally in your logo. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, I want the term Ivy League, not a sport thing. No, this might be bad. Are the please going to explain to us why it's called Ivy? Or is it not? Origin of the name, thank goodness. Right, I definitely think going through Ivy is the way to go. Okay, right, this is the same endings, the ACEAE. So there's that. Plante. Plante sounds like that might be good. Is it classed as a flower? Poaceae or Gramineae. I don't know how to pronounce these things. Okay, so like if we get to bamboos, bamboo, possibly. What are we on? Ivy. What did I just say? See, woody plants. I feel like bamboo is a woody plant, isn't it? So that could possibly get us to grass. Or we could get us to bamboo, which gets to grass. Oh, it's a bird. Taxonomy. I think going to woody plants to bamboo to grass might be the way. Anyone knows how to pronounce this sort of like ACEA? Can you put it phonetically in the chat? That would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that the Araliaceae. Flowering plants, obviously, because grass isn't flowering. But they're saying comparing of woody plants. I think if I went through that, I would just end up going to woody plants again. So I'm going to go with woody plants. Try and find bamboo in the hope of finding grass from bamboo. That is one thing that helps, being able to see the start of the article. Right, why is this has not been a good choice? People do not go to woody plant. Right, what's a liana? Nope, don't want that. I mean, that has grass in the picture, but I really thought that we would find. Do you think we would find bamboo in wood? I'm gonna go for it. Right. Let's find. I am trying to find grass. That is exactly what I am trying to do. By finding bamboo. Or was that on the last page and I completely missed it? Just let me find. Bamboo is. People class bamboo as wood, don't they? Like, I'm not losing my brain on this. Why does the wood page not just have a list of all wood? Surely that is what Wikipedia is for. Bamboo! Bamboo is a type of grass. There we are! Woohoo! Poaceae. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Could have been better, could have been worse. Let's have a look. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. How does South Africa link to Poaceae? I'm going to look up how to pronounce this. Poaceae. I want the pronunciation though. Does anyone actually know how to read these sorts of things?
We are looking at how to pronounce this word as well as how to say more interesting and related plant names. So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing. So how do you go about pronouncing this strange looking word?
I'm aware you can't hear this, but MacBooks are a bit strange
There
for
are
sharing
in fact
audio.
different ways of saying it. I think the most
It just said that there's different ways of saying it.
correct way of saying it, pronouncing it, is as Poaceae. Poaceae.
Poaceae. You can hear it. Awesome. Poaceae.
Although you might hear some people say it as well as Poaceae.
I think Poaceae. Poaceae. Does the Wikipedia's actual Wikipedia pronounce it for us? Does talk? No. I thought that might. Pronounce it for me. Poaceae. Awesome. There is a whole study of pronunciation called. Hold on, I can't even. I don't even know how to pronounce that. That's rude, making the study of pronunciation hard to say.
Orthopy.
Orthopy.
Orthopy. Orthopy.
They're called phones. Orthopy. I think this is a much better site. See, I've already forgotten how to even say it. Poaceae. Oh, it's not coming up. Did I spell it correctly? Poaceae. Well, there you go. The more you know, folks. Right, we've got 7 minutes left. If anyone wants to suggest their username as a Wikipedia race, otherwise put some suggestions in. Otherwise, I'll start randomly clicking until I see something that I like. A lot of locations come up. Like, what is that? Optical fiber is quite cool. I don't know what convert means. A lot of places. Optical fiber science fiction feels like it might be a bit easy. Why so many place names? Optical fiber to the Summer Olympic Games. Why not? In fact, we'll quickly have a little look. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want to see the results. Still hardly anyone's tried Hansen to hippopotamus. What are we saying no at, Gaming Skull? I feel like Orlando to meet is going to be strange. I feel like that might come up with some strange things. You said Orlando to meet and then nah, that be to meet. Easy. Are you saying, oh wait, are you saying that what I was showing was too easy? Or are you saying that your own prompt was too easy? What I think we're learning is my internet is too slow. Saskatchewan to the World Wide Web? We've only got a few minutes. We'll go with optical fibre to Summer Olympic Games, seeing as though I added it before I understood what you were saying. Buddhism originated in ancient India. Why is it telling me that? Okay, optical fibre to the Summer Olympic Games. Now, the fact that we're saying Commonwealth English is making me then think of the Commonwealth Games, which might link us to the Olympic Games. The other idea would be to pick somewhere that the Olympics has been. So if we could get sort of London. London would be good. Right, is there a country? Oh, we can get to London. See if London has the London 2012 Olympic Games. Oh my goodness, you were right. It was too easy, Gaming Skull. Got it in 2. Okay, do you know what? I think I'll wrap up there. Obviously, you can all keep playing, and you can have a look at the sort of path other people have taken, playing with the speed runs. If you haven't already, quickly go over and register, and more importantly, check in for the event. Remember, if you do that 5 times over the course of Global Hack Week, each Global Hack Week, you get extra swag, and we all know swag is life. But I'm going to make sure I wrap up completely on time today, because yesterday we overrun, and that's not fair on Ritby. And she's streaming again. So by all means, stick around for Ritby's IoT stream. You can get signed up to that as well. Let's quickly hop over to Global Hack Week again. We're on day 3. So yeah, it'll be now IoT track part 3 with Ritby. So definitely go quickly grab a snack, go have a break, and then join Ritby for her stream, starting very soon. And thank you. Yes, look, I'm finishing on time, Ritby. It's amazing. It's all good. Felix is there. Felix, can you pop your head up or not? He just like raised his eyebrows at me. It's like, no, I'm not performing. But yes, I'm going to disappear now, nice and on time. Hand you all over to Ritby for an amazing IoT session. Thank you all for playing. I'll get rid of this banner going across the bottom of the screen. And enjoy the rest of your Global Hack Week. You are very welcome, Gaming Skull. I think I'm streaming again on Monday, but that'll be my last one. This is my last one before the weekend. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy Riffy stream. You're very welcome, folks. Thank you for joining in. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye, folks.